LLB Senior Status Program is a graduate entry accelerated degree program for law, and it's ideal for those students coming from another degree background, another discipline, who wish to get a qualifying law degree in just 2 years.
I looked at a lot of different senior status programs and really did my research on them. But Queen's was always my #1 pick. I just think the school itself is beautiful, but it also has a really great reputation. It's highly ranked.
We've been teaching law here at Queen's University for over 170 years, but we have a brand new law school building that opened only 2 years ago. It cost £20 million, or over 30 million Canadian dollars.
That's kind of what moved me towards it, and then I saw kind of the academic standing and what kind of degree I would be getting and how that would look coming back home after I'm finished.
I took some time off before my graduate degree and I did a tour of the UK and Ireland, and I just really love Belfast.
It's kind of like a big city feel in a little city. If you don't want to be right in the middle of the city, you just walk in one direction. If you want to be in the city, you just walk in the other.
I walk everywhere. No matter what anybody says, it doesn't rain that much here. It's mid-February right now, and I think it's 8 or 9 degrees outside and sunny.
I expected to be surrounded by Northern Irish, maybe be one of the very few international students, but QUB is filled with many, many international students. Belfast is very, very bustling and busy, but things are definitely, especially rent for sure, is much less than a big, big city.
Belfast has the lowest student cost of living in the UK. Students are saving considerable amounts of money in comparison to London, over £5,000 a year or over 8,000 Canadian dollars.
And honestly, the people, like everybody here is just like so incredibly nice.
We have students from various disciplines coming to study with us. We have chemists, psychologists, historians, and they all bring their own disciplinary perspectives. And that really makes it really an interesting educational experience for the students and faculty alike.
The faculty is extremely warm here at QUB. Everyone is very, very, very accessible.
So the Senior Status Program has approximately 15 students on it. So that's a nice sized cohort, and there's enough people to get to know and to develop friendships. But you also get to have dedicated time with members of faculty.
The senior status students are all put together for tutorials, so we get to bond a little bit more.
I have to say our tutorials they're tough because we have a lot of readings to do for every tutorial, but they're an amazing way to learn.
We always relate it back to Canada and issues that are going back on in Canada. The one thing I've noticed is that everybody is really serious about the schooling. You know, we all try very hard and we all get very good grades.
Here in the school, we have a dedicated senior status study space. We have our student hub, our restaurant area. We have our own courtroom, and probably uniquely in the UK, we have our own recording studio based in the law school as well. Within a mile of the university itself, there's over half a dozen big international firms. These firms are offering placement work experience schemes, which many of our students, including students on the Senior Status Program, can avail of. This makes a huge difference to future career prospects because of the value it adds to your resume.
The moment you get a break, you can jump onto a plane, and within a couple of hours, you're across Europe experiencing another part for a weekend.
I've been to probably over 10 countries since I've been here, and I'm flying to Paris next week for £30 is 50, 60 bucks Canadian.
Actually, even without flying on a plane, you can just travel down south to Dublin and see most of Ireland pretty much within a day's journey. And that access is something that has been very, very nice, and I think has really complemented my educational experience here. At first, my goal was always thinking of becoming a barrister or a solicitor. Now looking at it, there's so much more that you can do with a law degree.
Being here, it gives you so many more options, which is great, and it kind of opens your mind to things that you wouldn't have necessarily thought if you were back at home in Canada. It's been like a wonderful experience to be here and kind of to walk out in the campus every day and take a look around and know that you're here. It's pretty cool.